What's up all you gamers out there? Welcome to the second episode of GLKtv. The first episode was great. Thanks for all the good reviews that we've got. Well, to start off today's show, basically we have some game reviews. We have a new unboxing that's going to happen here in the studios, and also a little bit more trailers of upcoming games. So let's take a look. So to start off, first off, we have some really interesting news for all you Counter-Strike gamers out there. News is that the co-creators of Counter-Strike have developed this new game called Tactical Intervention. We have the trailer running back, so you guys can take a look at it as well. Basically, it will be using the traditional guns that is used in the real world. Also, we hear that the gameplay is pretty unique, so let's have a look. Well, talking about some of the unique game features, you'll be basically using some hostages as shields, you'll be rappelling down buildings, there'll be some high-speed chases. The graphics is not much to talk about, but it's still really good. The gameplay is really good. Also, you can play multiplayer on Steam, so do take a look. Got some news for all the indie gamers out there. Steam is celebrating their 1-year anniversary basically with the Greenlight project, and they're publishing 100 indie games on their Steam marketplace, so do take a look. For all you people who don't exactly know what this whole Greenlight is about, it's basically a crowdsourced platform where Valve is basically making the games and setting it up on Steam so that you can purchase it. So do take a look, it's all up on the Steam marketplace. Does anyone remember Dungeon Keeper from way back in the day? EA basically bought the company over, which was Bullfrog, and they basically killed it right after. But that's not the case here. What we're talking about is that Dungeon Keeper is out for mobile and all your tablets out there. It's a really cool game. They've kept true to what made the game fun way back in the day, so do check it out. It's a pretty nice game. We've got some local news for you basically with regards to SLCG 2013. A lot of speculation around the gaming world in Sri Lanka going about what the titles for SLCG 2013 is. Well, we have the go-ahead from the group itself to give out what the exact official titles are. For this segment, my co-host will be taking over. His name is Daelin, so over to you, Daelin.
Thank you, Joe. Kicking off today's local news segment, we at GLKtv are very proud to announce the official titles of SLCG 2013. Now, a lot of chitter chat has been going around the gaming community on what exactly the titles will be for this year. We are actually going to confirm it. And the games are Dota 2, Call of Duty 4, FIFA, NFS Most Wanted, Trackmania, Counter-Strike 1.6, League of Legends, Halo 4, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, as well as a special mobile game competition. So who's in and who's out? Well, Counter-Strike 1.6 yet again survives another year, whereas Halo 3 is replaced by Halo 4. League of Legends is the new addition to this year's title list, while the version for FIFA this year is yet to be confirmed. So the big question on everybody's head is, when is SLCG going to be held this year? Well, we can't actually tell you the dates, but what we can leak is that the regional qualifiers are going to start mid-October, while the grand finale is going to be held late November. You can actually stay tuned to GLK and we shall confirm the dates very soon. So moving on, gamer.lk recently relaunched two of their new servers, one for COD 4 and the other one for Counter-Strike 1.6. You probably know what that means. You might want to get that really old copy of Counter-Strike, maybe not that old copy of Counter-Strike, reinstalled on your computer and get onto our servers for some new frags. A quick reminder on the Gen X tournament organized by Slate. If you haven't registered already, you probably want to get going because it's on the 14th of September at BMICH and you can actually register at GenXLK.com. Let me repeat that, GenXLK.com. That's all we have for the news today. Back to Joe with a very wonderful interview.
Alright, so like we spoke about earlier, we've got Shanil online at the moment. Unfortunately, he was not able to make it down to the USOG store. So we've got him on call. Hi Shanil, what's up, man?
Hi, not bad. Just busy as usual.
Oh, good scene. Alright, so like I told you off air earlier, it's just going to be a quick roundup of DC and stuff like that. So let me just give you some time and say, just the first question, I'll just send it out right now. Tell us a little about the clan, and what role you play in it, and also to start off with your in-game name as well.
Okay, so I usually go by the name Daelin, unless I've already said so in different games. But usually it's Daelin, and I'm one of the founders of Death Company. And Death Company, when we first envisioned the clan, we didn't expect it to become a large clan with this many people and this many gaming wings. But initially what we wanted was to have a cohesive group of people who play together and who advance through different games together so that they have the maximum amount of fun at all times. And that was exactly the vision we had for that company about 7 years ago when we first drew the logo and coined the name. And that was generally the simple beginnings of that company.
What would you say is the clan mission statement, if there is at all?
The clan's mission statement. Well, we don't really have a mission statement, but what we do say to our members whenever they join or when we have a members meeting and people are, beginning to lose focus on what they're doing. What we do say is, listen. So what that company has always been about is fun. We don't want people to be number one. If they have fun and they are number one, that's great. But that's not what we want them to do. What we want people to do is have fun playing and have fun competing. Basically, get to the core essence of every game that's ever made, and that is what to give players a lot of fun. And that is exactly what Death Company has been about from day one.
Alright, cool. So what do you think sets DC apart from all the other clans in Sri Lanka? Is it that fun factor that you've been talking about? Is it the factor that you guys just want them to enjoy the game more than just being number one at it? But yeah, being number one at it is a certain plus point. But what is exactly, what do exactly DC want?
That's actually a good question. I mean, what sets us apart from the hundreds of the clans out there? Well, one thing that sets us apart is, like you said, we don't instruct our members to go and get top place or whatever, and we don't judge their value as members based on their performance.
Oh, okay.
So what we do offer people in this company is the advantages of being in a well-organized, funded clan without having to reach those hardcore goals that other eSports clans would place on their members.
Just a quick one, it's just out of my mind. Most people probably wouldn't know how DC or Death Company came about, meaning the name. Who came up with the name? How did the name come about?
Well, okay. Should I go into a bit of the history in the name?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the listeners out there would like to know how DC came about. I mean, it's a pretty cool name. I mean, Death Company. So just give us a shout out of how that exactly happened.
Okay. So we will have to go back and explain how Death Company at the time came about, because the name is very much linked to that. So What happened was when I was in my A-level classes in school, which is the same place I met Anaran, who is also one of the founders of that company. What we were really into RPGs at the time, mainly Diablo 2, right? Because this was the stage where people were just experiencing multiplayer games. So we had just got really hardcore into Diablo 2, especially multiplayer.
Okay.
And what I wanted to do was, what we initially decided, let's make a plan to play these games multiplayer, right?
Okay.
So that we always have a group of people that we can, jump into an RPG game and be like, hey, let's play this for the next 2 months. So that is essentially how we came about creating the clan.
Now we've spoken quite a lot about the clan and what you guys do and how you guys are working as a team and how you guys basically tell the members it's all fun. Don't really take it too seriously. But keeping that aside, what has DC done for the Sri Lankan eSports scene, if at all?
Well, when it comes to eSports, we have fielded a couple of teams. We try to maintain at least one team for all the different games that we play. In terms of what we have done in the past, DC has a very famous COD following. We have a lot of talented players who play Call of Duty 4 in this company, and a lot of talented CS players as well. Actually, and recently a lot of talented Dota 2 players. So previously, when the national tournaments were just beginning, this company fielded maybe 1 or 2 teams in each of the 3 main categories, which is CS, Dota, and COD 4. But again, the whole point there was just to participate and have fun. Of course, we did get number 1 many times and many recurring times, but that was because the players themselves were good. We just focused mainly on fun, and we take them out for a treat or whatever.
So what has been the biggest challenge, if I may interrupt you there? What has been the biggest challenge for DC?
The biggest challenge has been probably maintaining player bases. This is mainly because what happens is you have a great group of people, but like any other normal group, people grow much older, their priorities change, and then they go away from video gaming and go to whatever life wants them to do.
Okay, cool. So what's future plans?
Well, future plans for this company mainly would be obviously staying in the competitive scene. People in that company like me who are major proponents of MMOs have been trying to organize some sort of MMO wing and make MMOs a bit more. I mean, a lot of people in Sri Lanka play MMOs, but we want to bring all those people together, instead of having 5 people playing on this WoW server and 3 people playing on this Guild Wars server. We want to bring it. We want to bring it more and approach MMOs as a cohesive group of Sri Lankan players rather than just be random people playing whatever they want. The other thing that we want to do is we want to gradually shift focus to games that have a large esports gathering. Like, for example, things like Dota 2, where you have a very large competitive esports gathering. So we want to shift focus away from the older competitive games and into the newer, larger competitive games that are way more organized. So that kind of thing. So that's the second thing we want to do. And the third thing we want to do is we want to expand into different games. Currently, we have our main 3 games, which is just COD 4 and Call of Duty and Dota and CS. So we want people to try their hand at racing games. And when I say racing games, I mean just a simple competitive racing games like Trackmania or Need for Speed, those kind of things, and some other types of games, RPG games that also have international esports ladders. Path of Exile is a great example of this. The new game that is gathering a lot of momentum in terms of esports punch. So we're trying to get people into those kind of games and break the whole holy trinity mentality that the average Sri Lankan player has.
Cool. Well, Chanil, I think that rounds up the time that we had. Yeah, just before we go, man, anyone you'd like to thank? Keep it short and sweet, please. Thanks.
Well, yeah. First, there's no one, this company wouldn't be what it was without our players, of course. They obviously do the bulk of the work. People like me just make a couple of decisions here and there. So that company players, thank you very much for hanging around with that company and for holding our banner in an eSports battle. And of course, the rest of the community, especially Raveen and the GLK crowd, they do a great job of managing and driving the community into where it should do, what it should do. So there's a big thank you out to them as well.
All right, thanks, Chanil. Thanks for taking the time and talking to us. But just before we go, Majang, we have a few words lined up here for you, so it's going to be a quick shootout. I need you to tell me what word or what sentence or what you think as soon as you hear this word. Okay? It's a few words, so it's just a quick one. You'll probably get the hang of it when we go along.
Okay.
All right. Noob.
All right. Noob Alliance.
All right. Okay, so motherboard.
Motherboard. Red line.
RAM.
Corsair.
Okay, frag.
Counter-Strike.
Flashbang.
Raveen.
Not exactly what we were looking for, but that will work. Well, thanks, Shani. Thanks, Majang. Nice talking to you. All the best.
Okay.
All the best to DC and gamer.lk will obviously support you guys and all the other clans in Sri Lanka as well, like stated before.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for all the hard work you guys put in for the community as well.
Hey man, thanks a lot. See you around. Cheers. Alright, so that was a really good interview with Chanil from DC. We learned a lot about the clan and about their future plans as well. Moving on to our next segment is the product review. Right now here with me I've got the new Cyborg RAT 7 and Thunder basically will be doing the review. So over to you, man.
Thanks, Joe. I'm Thunder for USOG Store and I'll be bringing you the latest hardware reviews. So for today's segment, we have Cyborg RAT 7. So let's take a look at it. So from the first glance, I can tell this is anyone could tell this is very gimmicky. That's a word. So, but I have never been so glad to be proven wrong because I'll be walking you through this. So let's take a good look. When I first saw this, the impression wasn't that good because I thought this is all Mad Catz marketing gimmicks. But when I'm done with this, you'll be flabbergasted to say the least. So let's open it up. So it says interchangeable pinky and palm rest. That's pretty awesome. And custom length and thumb area adjustment. 30 Gs of removable weights. And in terms of accessories, it has weights, extra pinky, and palm rest. So here she is in all her glory. Let's take a look. Oh my god, the marketing mumbo jumbo. So inside we have the chassis for the weights you get with the mouse, the interchangeable palm rest and the pinkies. We have different textures. This one's slightly elevated from the others, the one that is already in the mouse, and this should make the mouse a little bit higher than it already is. And if you like the grippy feeling, then you have this, and you have the pinky reds. See, also this has that rubbery texture. So let's take a look at the actual mouse. Okay, so we have her all unboxed and ready to go. So let's take an in-depth analysis of this mouse. So on the bottom we have this solid steel back which adds some weight to the mouse, and then we have the weight. It adds some weight, but then again you have some more weight with the mouse because it's the most customizable mouse I've seen on the market. But then again you have the adjustable weights. In total it adds up to around 30 grams if memory serves. Then on the flip side we have the left and right clicks. The scroll wheel has a nice feeling to it. You can feel actually every single scroll from it. Then you have, with this you can change the mode of the mouse. They have this is not the very first mouse to add a thumb scroll, but it's really nice. It's really big, really large. So we have the forward and back buttons, dedicated sniper button, what this does, it allows you to change. It's not pre-programmable, but you can adjust the DPI to whatever you want through the software. So basically, when you are in game, when you when you look through the scope, you can just press this button and decrease the DPI to this predetermined value you had done through the software. And we have this built-in Allen wrench, so we can actually customize the mouse, because without a tool like this, it would be like it will go all around the place. So you need this actual tool to adjust everything, like customize everything. So on the thumb rest, you can actually adjust how far the thumb rest would go depending on your palm, because this is every gamer's dream mouse, because practically there's no hand that this mouse wouldn't fit. And on the thumb rest, we have the Mad Catz logo, which is really cool. With this Allen wrench, you get to adjust the length and even more. You can, if you can see this little this thing is there, you can change the length of the mouse from 4¼ inches to all the way up to 5 inches. How cool is that? And then on the side, we have the pinky rest. You can actually remove this with the Allen wrench, and you can change into any one of your choosing. With I don't know, if one were to add this to the mouse, this thing would look like just came out from Star Trek. And with this actually adds more height to the mouse than it already is. Maybe that's more useful for people with bigger hands, bigger palms rather. And yeah, this with the different texture. So basically you can change the length, the width, the height, the weight. What more could you ask for? So with the limited time we have, I think I'll show you guys how to change the peak rest. Use the Allen wrench which comes with the mouse. So in case you don't actually, you can't lose it, you just have to put it back in, then spin it. So this is pretty cool. Like you feel like a badass mechanic when you're dismantling the mouse. And yeah, then let's change it to the Star Trek interest. Okay, so you add this, then it's all, and you put this back in. Pretty cool. So as I predicted, this thing does look like it just came out of Star Trek. It's like a badass overclock. Talking about the actual features of the mouse, Mad Catz, when they designed this mouse, I don't know whoever the proponents were for this mouse, but those guys did an amazing job. The sensor goes all the way up to 6400 dpi from 25 dpi units. Then you have the forward and backwards button. Like I said, you can change how far it goes, like the width of the mouse. Pretty cool. Then you have the thumb scroll, the left right clicks with the buttons, with the left button being able to do rapid fire. I think all the gamers know about this rapid fire thing, all the FPS enthusiasts. So basically it allows you to get click more than what you act. Let's say you clicked twice, you can get like 7 clicks. That's pretty awesome. So finally we have slick feet. It's rather small in some places, but it adds up on the pinky and thumb rest. Then the cable, white braided cable. This is the albino version of the mouse. Remember, there's a black version. So gold plated cable connector. I don't know what people are actually trying to achieve with this, but with a polling rate of 1000 reports per second, I don't think it's that relevant to actually plate this with gold, because there's no use actually, but it's just marketing gimmicks, like I said. And the acceleration is 50 Gs. That's twice as much as the G400S we reviewed last week. So I think that pretty much wraps up today's episode for the hardware review. I'm Thunder for USOG Store. Thank you for watching this review for Cyborg RAT 7, and I'll be seeing you next week. Arrivederci.
Well, that's a wrap for the second episode of GLKtv. I hope you guys had fun watching all the trailers and all the information that was given out. Just a reminder on the ID card, you guys can check out all the information on the website. Also, we would like more of you guys to comment on the video. Let us know what you think, let us know where we could improve, and we will definitely get on it next time over. So hope you guys have a good week. I will see you next week.